An emotional Joe Mixon meets with the Houston media for the first time. Could the new Texans running back be running angry? Does he see any similarities between this and his old squad? Let's get to know Joe Mixon live in the locker room.
Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey. Locker room. Yeah, we in the locker
Players
room.
have emotions. They're human beings just like you and I. And Joe Mixon, it had to have been a rough week for Joe Mixon, much different than a lot of the Texans acquisitions that we'll be speaking on. We'll hear what he had to say in a sec, but it is the locker room, number one source for Texans daily digital content. I'm Landry Locker. You can hear me Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 Central, Sports Radio 610, and on the Odyssey app. You can see me on YouTube during that time as well. And you've come to the right place for Texans daily digital content. Subscribe, like, ride along. Danielle Hunter, he got paid a lot of money. He chose to come to Houston. Most of the free agents and guys that you acquired during this period, they chose to be here. Joe Mixon has been in Cincinnati his entire career, ups and downs. Came into Cincinnati, was embraced by Cincinnati. The organization was one of the laughing stocks of the NFL. He saw it out where they won 2 games and then ended up being a Super Bowl contender for a few years. And in his final year in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow goes down and they're kind of in no man's land. And at the last second, he has to watch the Bengals sign Zach Moss, who's probably not the same caliber player as Joe Mixon. I think we would agree with that. And then he gets traded to Houston. So unlike Danielle Hunter, it's kind of a homecoming and it's your own choice. I think in Joe Mixon's perfect world, he's still in Cincinnati. Tough part of the business, but the Texans they pivot after day one of not getting a running back. They're bringing in Joe Mixon, and you can kind of tell that Joe Mixon was a little bit emotional. Kind of took him a while to warm up, but let's react to Joe Mixon's first words as a member of the Houston Texans. Talking about how he fits into the scheme.
Yeah, I feel honestly, I feel great being in this here situation. Got a great group of guys around me. Talk to the coaches, and just where they see me playing in this here offense is definitely exciting times, man. So I just can't wait to get going. So good.
What did you notice about the Texans last year?
Yeah, man. Well, CJ, he's a phenomenal player. I mean, obviously he was the rookie of the year, and that ain't by no fluke. I think that we have a great group of guys in this here locker room. I was talking with D'Amico, and it's a lot of guys running around, young, don't know no better, and ready to get after it. And, I've definitely been fortunate to be a part of something like that. So it's a great thing coming into this situation and, basically picking up where I left off, man. So definitely in a great position here and definitely excited to, start with my new beginnings.
Similarities between the Texans and the Bengals. We've heard this a few times.
Yeah. I can't really say similar. Only reason why is just because I really haven't been in here too much to really know and get around and see the guys, going and things like that. But, the guys in Cincinnati, great group of guys. And, I tip my hat out to everybody in that locker room, man. And, with the guys in here, it's a great feeling to feel wanted and be around and, just feel like you're going to be a part of that offense and I'm a big part of it. And, for me, I can't do nothing but, be thankful for that, be in this position and get ready for what's to come. And I'm definitely excited for it. And I'm definitely looking forward to this season for sure. Appreciate it.
What was your initial reaction when you found out that you
Initial reaction to the trade? Yeah.
Man, it was definitely a shocker. I could just say that. It was definitely a shocker.
You said you spoke with the coaching staff. What did they see envisioning your role being and how you fit into this offense? And what do you think about it?
I think these guys, like I said earlier, they're young, they fly around, they make plays. And I think that, where I could come in as, bringing that part of that attitude and getting the guys to come along and being able to, make plays and finish the job and get over the hump. I mean, that's what they brought me in for. And I firmly feel like I'll be able to get the job done and make things happen. So I definitely look forward to it. And, I'm just ready to get after it, honestly.
First
Oh,
impression.
yeah, man. When I talked to D'Amico about, what was it, 2 days ago, for me, I thought, when I got on the phone with him, it was a hell of a feeling, man. It was like, me feeling like I want to be here, like he embraced me, and he made me feel like I'm wanted, and I love that about him. He was once a player as well, and I think that with what he brings in terms of his intensity and him wanting to be around a great group of men that wants to he pretty much lead by example. And if you see him, he's very enthusiastic on the sideline. He's jumping up and down while his players making plays. And who wouldn't want to play for a guy like that, man? So I'm definitely feel like I'm here. I fit the culture and what they do and what they want to bring. So it's definitely a humbling time to be here, and I'm definitely ready and excited for this new beginning for sure.
You've been in the league a while, blah, 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 culture.
How do you feel coming to this organization after watching them last year
Yeah.
knowing that you're going to be a part of helping them build and continue that culture?
On continuing the culture.
Yeah, man. It was no different like how we were in Cincinnati. We struggled at first when the head coach was there, and I felt like, we brought in a great group of guys. Thought that ownership did a hell of a job bringing them guys in and signed a lot of free agents, did a great job in the draft, got some special players, and I think that we put everything together. And I think that what we got boiling here is pretty much the same thing. I thought ownership here, they did a hell of a job with getting, guys like me. You got Daniil Hunter, and they bring in a lot of guys, and them just two players. But I think they brought in maybe like 8 guys free agency and things like that. But I just, the things that they got cooking in here, the city, they should definitely be excited because it's nothing but excited things to be excited about. So I think that what we got here cooking right now is on the right track, and it's a lot of things to look forward to.
Was it shocking? You want to make them eat their words, their decisions. Stick it to the Bengals.
She'll be released. Then all of a sudden, a trade. And does that give you any motivational fuel to say, hey, well, I'm not only happy to be here, but I want to show the Bengals what they're missing out on?
For me, like I said, it was definitely shocking. I took that 24 to 48 hours to hurt. It took a while, and I'm still, having, emotional feelings about it. But
Man, you can tell it hit him hard, man. Zach Moss, and then all of a sudden you're gone from a place you grew up on. This is understandable. And we're starting to see just where the emotions are here.
That's a place, where I could forever feel like that's home for me. And, like I said, I'm just very grateful that, them fans, they embraced me the way that they did. And I just love everything about the way that them fans were. we bought the city of Cincinnati. We got it lit back again, and I plan on bringing that same thing here. These fans, I'm sure, they got a taste of it last year, but I feel like with what we got in the making, man, I think that it's going to be a great thing. And, like I said, man, I'm just excited to be here, feel wanted, and, I just can't wait to make the most of my opportunity when my number is called.
Throughout your career, you've had 1,200 or more scrimmage yards 5 times a year.
Talking about being an all-purpose back here.
Yeah, man. I've had a hell of a run in Cincinnati. I think that, the way that I train in the off season plays a major part in that. With the opportunities that I got, I pretty much tried to make the most of it. I thought that, with my running back coach, Jay Hill, I thought Justin Hill, by the way, he did a hell of a job with making sure, we was motivated each and every day. I think that, that's what changed our whole perspective of, the way we attack the day. And, I just can't say nothing but great things about him because, I think that in terms of really taking that turn and leap of being a pro, I think that he definitely helped me become that pro that I am today, man. So, shout out to my guy, Jay Hill. And, I obviously wish him the best in his career and what he's going to do because I think that he'll do great things. But, like I said, for me, it's more so, just attacking the offseason and, my number being called, deliver. I mean, I was fortunate enough, bro, to have a lot of group of men around me that they were all special. You know what I'm saying? We had Chase out there. We had T. We had TB. We had a few really good tight ends, my years being there. And, we had Joe Burrow. So, I had a hell of a supporting cast around me, man. And I think that what we got here is, the same type of firepower, bro. So I definitely look forward to, like I said, being a big part of this. And I'm very excited, man, to come out here with my new teammates, bro, and, really, get after it for real. So definitely look forward to it.
What are the Houston Texans
Yeah,
getting?
man.
Chancellor?
One is a leader. I've been a captain the last 3 years in Cincinnati. When I speak, I lead and, speak with command. Guys, they listen and they feed off of me. And, I'm going to just continue to still be the same person that I've been since I walked in out there when I was 20 years old, man. And always been a leader, lead by example. And I do be a vocal leader as well. I think that they're definitely getting a playmaker. And I think that the way things was being explained and the meetings that they're willing to showcase everything that I could do, which is very exciting. I've been waiting for this a long time. And, I just can't wait to make the most of every opportunity that I can, man, because I just know the type of player that I am and the guys that's around here and the supporting cast around. I think that I definitely could take this thing to the next level. And,
Okay.
With the quarterback we got in CJ, man, that, like I said, he's phenomenal. And I know for a fact he's going to make that next jump. And that's in terms of them playoff wins. But obviously we take them one game at a time. Got to build the camaraderie around the team. And I feel like with me coming in here, and I'm sure they already got that as well, but, I'm here to make sure we all gel together at a high level. We all competing, and we're going to do that each and every day, whether it's on the field, off the field. I think that, like I said, what we got in the making here is going to – everybody, I think Houston got nothing but, great things coming their way and, to be proud with everything that we're building here.
Talking about D'Amico being a former player. What's the benefit of that?
Well, with D'Amico, man, if you just see him on the sidelines, bro, you could tell, he want to be out there. He running around, he jumping, he doing all the things that a player do. They all turned up, getting after it. And I think that with what D'Amico brings, he's bringing that player that he was, and all he doing is transition it into coaching. And I think that he does a great job with leading his defense for number one, making sure they match his intensity. And I truly feel like he's the one who has that train going, and obviously it correlates to the players. And I think that, Houston have a hell of a defense. I mean, they got a lot of young guys, just getting after it. They fly into the football, causing turnovers and things like that. And I think that, like I said, what we got on offense, we're gonna do the same thing in terms of, scoring a lot of touchdowns, making a lot of splash plays. And I feel like as we playing complementary football, I think would be a damn team to be reckoned with, man. So I definitely look forward to this 2024 season, man, and I'm just very excited.
Damn.
Joe, it's a two-part question. Most fans are always wondering what next jersey's coming out. Have you decided on what number you want to wear?
Number, jersey number question.
Yeah, man. I thought about changing it, but I think I'm gonna stick to the 2-8.
2-8, okay.
Just go ahead and stick to the traditional number of running backs, and 2-8 is going to be where it is. And I promise you, like I said, it's you expect a lot from that number this year. I promise you that.
Jeez, he's getting comfortable.
Yeah.
What do you think of Nico and Tank?
Yeah, man. Even Noah Brown too. I think that he's a hell of a player as well. I mean, I think he ran it up for 200 on us in Cincinnati, man, and it was like, damn. Like I said, I'm kind of familiar with the players that we have here. Not too much, but Tank Dale, he's a hell of a young guy. I think he's a rookie, and I think that his sky is the limit, man. I mean, he could do whatever, in space. Taking the top off the defense. And, I think Noah Brown did the same thing. And Collins, he's a very good possession, and he'll go get it down deep too, man. So I definitely feel like, with what we have here, we got the right thing stirring and cooking, and we just got to make sure we bring everybody, along the way to, being on the road to greatness. But, in terms of, with the offense, I think that we just got to do whatever we can, man, to take care of the football, make plays, and obviously come with that intensity each and every week. And I think that we'll be happy with the results that we get.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
There you go. It's Joe Mixon. You could see him getting kind of gassed up as things went on there. It's been an emotional time. I mean, you get traded, you get replaced by someone who's inferior. You put all that blood, sweat, and tears. It's not like he came in and Cincinnati was good. He saw it built. He thought he was going to end it. So it's an emotional time, but you could see him getting really emotional as stuff went on. You can see he's excited and he's got a lot of expectations. I think he can back it up. If you were disappointed in the Saquon thing, perhaps this makes you feel a little bit better. Might be talking about myself there. 5 takeaways before I get out of here. Thought one, you can tell he was emotional about the trade. He mentioned it multiple times, said he needed 48 hours. Again, we've explained it. You would be a robot not to. Takeaway number 2, this is much different than the other additions. This is a guy that you traded for, and it's not like he chose Houston. Now, would he have chosen Houston had he been on the market? I think there's a decent chance, but this is one of those things where you got to win the guy over after the fact. Seems like as that press conference went on, I don't know about y'all, but it seemed like he got really pumped up. Number 3, seems excited despite being drained. We've kind of touched on that. Number 4 might be running angry. How many times did he mention being wanted? You could tell that he did not like that Cincinnati was moving on from him. Wanted. And number 5, this is 2 press conferences today where D'Amico's energy on the sidelines has been mentioned. We know D'Amico, the coaching and the team itself and all that, but D'Amico's energy on the sidelines seems to be, I don't know, a factor in guys getting excited. What did you think of Joe Mixon? Let me know. I'm definitely excited. You can tell he's been through a lot, might need to rest up, get a vacation in, but he seems very, very excited, and you could just kind of see the buildup throughout that press conference. Appreciate you for coming through. In the Loop tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central on the Odyssey app and right here on YouTube and on Sports Radio 610 and right here in the locker room. I got you covered on the digital stuff. Always remember, when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together.
Is what we really do. We the source, we the pulse of the city too. Landlocked, got the game in the headlock. Localized every time, can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we top 2 and we not too plugged in daily.